This guy's crowdfunding for one of the neatest things I've ever seen. It's a little gadget that you put on your keychain, you know, and it looks like one of those things that come with a car key now, about that size. And what it is, when you go out on a meeting or a blind date or anything, it's gonna save marriages, make you not look like an idiot, save jobs, everything, and make you look better in life than you've probably ever been. Because what it does is gives you an out. This is called, you know, it's a social thing. You could just press the button on it and then it rings your phone. So your cell phone rings, and on the cell phone are these pre-recorded messages that you choose which one to be there, and it'll tell you what to say to this idiot that you're having lunch with or a blind date with or the guy won't get out of the meeting with, to get you out of there. You know, like the babysitter's sick or whatever it is, you know, and you just repeat so you don't have to think about it. And it's a wonderful, cute idea. Yeah. And he's trying to raise money, like $100,000 on the crowdfunding on the internet for it. But he's a delightful fellow. And what's neat about it, you gotta see the videos. They're funny as heck. I mean, they have this woman talking to the most boring date in the world, you know. And the first thought in mind is she's throwing water on this guy, and she doesn't have to, because she just presses this thing discreetly and her cell phone rings and gives her a note. So anywhere, that guy in the office who hangs in your office for hours sometimes, you know, and you want to work and you don't know how to get rid of him without making a fool out of him or yourself or whatever. So it's actually a polite way to get out of, you know, uncomfortable situations. Sure, you could tell him he's an idiot or something like that, but, you know, that doesn't go a long way, you know. And it really does nobody good. I mean, the fella knows he's an idiot, so he just has to be coached a little differently. So this is a way to do that. Save face, save relationships, and not look like an idiot yourself. So watch this. Well, Ivan Lucianchuk. Did I get it close?
Close. It was Lucianchuk.
But more importantly, who cares about the name? It's the website. You know, this is your out. Man, and you got this little gadget, right, you're fundraising for now on Indiegogo, and it gets you out of a bad date, you know, idiot boss, a meeting you don't want to be into. It's a little gadget that you just nonchalantly press, right, and it calls you.
Yep.
And there's a person on the other line telling you what to say to everybody else. It's a genius idea.
Thanks.
You're gonna save marriages, jobs, people's sanity, everything. So how did you get into this? You just hate people? Is that why you don't want to be
So it was actually it was my wife's idea. I can't take all the credit on it. And so she works in an insurance company as an underwriter, and she works with a bunch of different sales reps, and she got connected. She has to work with a really, let's say, chatty sales rep. You know, I think she said the shortest phone call she's had with the guy is 36 minutes. And
oh my God!
most of the time, a one-line email would suffice. And she keeps telling him, just send me a quick email, but he refuses. He just loves to talk, right? So she went to their office one day, and I guess everyone else knows about this guy's reputation.
I see.
And they have a protocol. If this guy goes to anyone's office to talk to someone, everyone keeps a lookout. And if he's there longer than 10 minutes, you have to call the guy who's stuck because he can't leave his own office, or else he'll never see you. So,
I see. Well, you can't do that on a blind date, can you?
That's right. So we kind of thought, you know what, this is a great idea. You know, people come and talk to you all the time, and sometimes you just don't want to talk to them, or you don't have the time, or
man,
you're not even making eye contact. You're like, yep, and they just they don't get the hints.
Yeah, no, I mean, I read a book, a Roman philosopher, I forget his name, very famous, and he was saying, your time is the most valuable thing you have in life. People could take all your possessions, who the hell cares, you know? But it's your time, you can't get that back, you know?
Exactly.
So some idiot comes and takes an hour of your time, man, that is... you can take my house even. What you do with your time is the most important thing you have in life.
Exactly.
So that's what you're really doing, is showing people that, man, your time is so precious, and you can't give it away to idiots, who have no conception, because idiots don't even know they're doing bad.
Yeah.
And
They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know it. And even if you told them they were an idiot too, they've heard it before, so it doesn't matter them.
Yeah.
But it will hurt you, because you would think if someone said that to you, I wouldn't get over it. Yeah.
Well, I know, right? And there's people that, they just don't get it because they never need it. But at the same time, your time's valuable. And sometimes you can't just say, like, I don't want to talk to you. You're boring. You don't want to rock the boat, especially if you have to work with the person. And then suddenly it's awkward for the rest of your life. So you kind of got to suck up and put up with it. How do you get out of that, right?
But I think it's polite. I mean, that is more polite than telling somebody they're an asshole.
Exactly, right? It's a way to get out of it without offending anyone.
Right, exactly. And it's more human. It's realizing the other person has feelings. And so it's, I think, a very respectful way to handle those situations, as opposed to a disrespectful way of picking your nose and trying to look around, and so that's why I think it's an important thing, even so it sounds like a gag and just a fun item. But I think all of our time is so important in life. I mean, what you do with your time, I think, is the most important thing you have in life, and you can't get it back ever. And that's what we should be thinking, I think, about ourselves all the time. We can't be blasé about our time and give some idiot an hour of time because you're stuck there.
Yeah, I know.
So that's, I mean, you're an IT guy, but you must be a sociologist or something, or a philosopher. Or
I minored in speech communication.
I say, oh really?
Yeah.
Wow. You mean to get the computer to talk, or
yeah,
what?
like to be able to talk to people as well as computers, I guess. Put me one up from my peers,
Well, that's what, and the gadget is like, what, $30 or something, $35? That's it, right?
Yeah.
And you get 25 calls, and what I like is for $69, you call it I hate everybody package, right?
Yeah.
So you get a message a day for the whole bloody year. So you can just keep pressing that button all the time.
Yeah.
And having people call you, that's just genius. And the little gadget, man, it's something you put on your keychain,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
here it
just
is. This is the
so there it is, right? It looks like part of your car.
Yeah, I mean, it's about like
right.
the same size as,
Right,
like
same
car
size or whatever.
It's meant to be discreet so no one knows you have it.
Nobody. So somehow you figured out the electronics that you press that goes somewhere in the sky, right? And makes a phone call to your cell, right?
Yeah.
And then you choose what you want to hear. So you have a whole bunch of different kind of messages, like for a boss, for a bad date, for a mother-in-law, for
babysitter.
Babysitter, I see. Right, everything. And then you have upgrades too, that if people want to put their own voice on there, right?
Yeah.
To hear, or your own message or whatever. But for the average person, I don't even have to think that much. I mean, you're giving me the out, right? So you're giving me the story, you're repeating the story in my ear, so the phone rings and it says, tell this guy that the babysitter died or something like this. And you have to leave. Yeah. That's wonderful. But I think what's really neat about this are these videos you have on your Indiegogo project that are just terrific. I mean, the actors, they look so real, and there's all those unpleasant situations. And the most interesting thing about who's the guy who plays the obnoxious date?
The obnoxious date. He's just a friend who's doing another startup, and that.
Oh, he is, really?
Yeah.
But more importantly, he talks like an obnoxious date, and he's bragging about his life, and that's his real life.
That's his real life. Yeah. Those things are all true story.
so, I mean, he must be a good-natured man just to take that. But that's funny. I mean, people have to go and see this, the video, because it's a great little play. The guy brags about, I had like 3 fencing championships, and then I had to get on a private jet and go down for my first job, and it was so much money, but they were, giving people cancer. And but you had it. So now this is it really just because of the internet we're able to do this, or this does not require the internet? I don't understand.
You don't need an internet plan. All you need is a cell phone. It doesn't have to be a smartphone. Can you hear?
I see.
Can you hear my dog background there?
Oh yeah, no, that's great. Does he want? Does he want to buy one or what?
Yeah. So, it basically, it's Bluetooth to your phone, just like a headset.
Oh, I see.
So if you ever use a headset or hands-free device, it's the same. You sync it to your phone, and then you don't need an app to use it. So if you have an old phone or a $0 phone, it still works with it.
Wow.
And you just hit the button. As long as you have phone service, you don't need internet or data. It'll send a signal to my system using your phone. And
so I could have my out phone that just has basic phone, right? Like a flip phone or anything, right?
Yeah.
And I could have that, and that's my get out of here phone, and I carry that around, and I have this little button on my keychain, and this is boring as hell. I press the button, and this phone rings, and oh Jesus, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Well, that's wonderful. Well, so people want to get this or find out about it, because I think it's worth just watching the video. What you did with that is wonderful. This is You're Out. People know how to spell that, I hope. .com.
Yeah.
You go to that website and you'll see the Indiegogo campaign, and you got a bunch of neat little videos, and they're better than YouTube videos because they're funnier. Yeah.
Thanks.
So thank you for being there, Ivan.
Yeah, thanks.
Ivan. Yeah. And it's great stuff and good fun, and thanks for making life more exciting for us.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
Okay, take care.
Hey, you too.